Welcome back. If you have stuck it out this long with my Inktober videos, I absolutely salute you. So let's get into it and let's start this video with day 15, helmet. Now, the first thing that my brain came up with, and you're going to be hearing that a lot because that's what I start all this off with, is my brain came up with, is this, this warrior type guy who is sort of like a hybrid of, like, you know, some sort of monster. So he's like a really, I don't know what you'd want to call him, like a troll type thing. And he has gone out and slain this monster and has decided to wear the head of this monster on his head. So he thought that was a brilliant idea. He thought, yep, I'm going to wear this around as a trophy and to show all the other monsters that this could happen to you if you go and be bad. Go and be bad. Okay. Anyway, but the joke is on that guy, the warrior, because someone has then come along and beheaded him and stuck his head on a pole. So he is a warrior that went and slayed a monster and wore that monster's head as a helmet on his head, and then someone cut his head off and stuck it as a trophy on a stick. Yeah. So no, I'm not fucked up. No. So this monster is got these big sharp teeth, these really weird googly eyes everywhere. Like, this thing is just gross. And it's like a little bit of, like, you know, trypophobia. You know, in this, if you don't like holes and things, there's some holes and in its head, and it's just weird. Like, this creature is just weird, and they're not a very nice creature. So that's why this warrior guy slayed this thing. But yeah, unfortunately, something slayed him. So the slayer was slayed. I'm going to stop talking now. I'm not making a huge amount of sense. So I'm just going to let you watch the rest of this video and enjoy the amount of blood that I've put in this, because there is a lot of blood everywhere. And I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Now, day 16 compass. Now, this is one of my favorites so far. Like, I really, really, really liked this one. And it did take me a while to work out what the hell I was going to do for compass, because I'm like, what can you do for compass, like, other than a compass? So I sort of thought about it, and I was sort of brainstorming things, and then it got to a point where I was like, hey, how about I do a compass? Because I was sort of trying to overthink it. I didn't want to do a compass, and I'm like, well, no, we'll do a compass, but we'll do it in a really fucked up way. So I ended up doing like this this compass with a head in the center of it. Now, what this head is it is like a monster, obviously, because that's the theme to my goddamn videos, which I stated. But anyway, this creature is like the monster of direction. So what this compass is all about is you make it with the head of the monster of direction, and it is like the best compass that you could have because it is always accurate. And when you turn it around, it tells you where you are, it tells you where north is, and yeah, all from this monster. Now, I used a lot of gold and silver for this, more gold than anything, and sort of colouring in those parts was a little bit of a nightmare. When I started colouring in the gold section, I sort of was just like, oh, I got like a little bit through it, and I'm like, oh, well, I've committed now, so I've got to keep going. Even though I was like, oh, didn't want to do this, but I think it worked. It was fine. I do like the way it looks. I think there's a very sort of creepy element to it, which I like. And I had a lot of ideas running through my head of whether or not I turn this into a sticker one day or something, because I really do like this. Like, I would honestly like to do this illustration up into something else, like, and yeah, like I said, like a sticker or like a print or something, like redo it. I redid one from last Inktober, like the octopus in the storm and the teacup one from last Inktober. So I don't know yet. I may do that one up a bit better and put it out as a print. Not sure. I don't know what to do with it yet, but I will sit on the fence and have a bit of a think about it. If you've got any ideas that hey, you want to throw some ideas at me, go for it. What would you like to see this illustration as? A sticker, a print? I don't know. Like, I was sort of thinking of an enamel pin, but I don't want to go down that route because every artist has done enamel pins. I'm trying to be different here. I'm trying to do some sort of different stuff with this, but I sort of am stuck. I ended up, like I have a bad habit of doing, is drawing this. I drew this illustration a little bit too far over one side, so I then had to like modify it to make it look half decent. In proportion wise, and yeah, I've got to try and plan my illustrations a bit better and try and draw them a bit more center on the bits of paper. I sort of struggle with that a fair bit, and then I've got to end up, you know, adding bits and pieces or modifying things that modifying the illustration to sort of make it look a bit better on the page. That is my illustration for day 16 compass, and I'll let you watch the rest, and I'll be back in a minute. to day 17, Collide. And this one's not my favorite, but it's okay. I get the point across with this one. But I did have quite a few other designs brainstormed for this, but I sort of ran with this one because the other one was a little bit weird and like not in a good way weird. But yeah, this one, I decided to do the whole, you know, two worlds collide. Like you've got angels and demons, you've got good and bad, and they're colliding and having a massive fight because obviously they don't like each other. They're complete polar opposites. So yeah, they're clashing, they're having a fight, and that's the story to it. Who wins? Nobody does. Nobody wins in this situation. It's true. You think about it. Really good, evil. I'm pretty sure the balance on Earth is probably near equal. Sometimes I think that, you know, evil is definitely prevailing, but then you sort of work out that that's what the media's portraying, and we all know that they're full of shit and they just want everything to be doom and gloom. So I do believe that there is more good in the world than there is bad. But yeah, what's your opinion? What's your opinion on that? I'll be curious to know, because yeah, I do think that there's a lot of lies in regards to that, and I do think that we do get turned against one another by you know, by the elite, by the media, and you know, just to keep everyone scared and fearful of one another and whatnot. So wow, this turned deep, which I didn't mean it to, but anyway, I'll let you watch the rest of this one. Like I said, not my favorite. It's one I'm not real happy with completely, but like I said, it gets the point across, and it's the only thing I can sort of think of for Collide. Like I say at the end of every video that I have been doing for Inktober, still feeling okay. I'm having, obviously you have days where you just you're not real happy with what you've done, like this one, like this last one in this video, but you know, that's just what happens. Yeah, you're not going to have good days, especially when you're drawing every day. It's sort of like you're not gonna have a perfect 31 days, that's for sure. Like, it just never happens. So you just got to keep soldiering on and do your best and put something out, and yeah, like that's the name of the game. It's just trying to improve on your art and your art ability, and just drawing stuff you would never do. Like I like this, like some of these stuff that I've done in Inktober, I would never have done off my own accord, but because I've had the prompts to generate ideas, yeah, you sort of find yourself doing stuff you just wouldn't normally sort of do. So yeah, no, it's a really good thing to do, and I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you guys are still enjoying it, because we're like halfway through now. So yeah, we've got to the halfway point, and yeah, we'll just keep going. We'll just keep plodding along, and enjoying, and just make sure you're enjoying yourself. That's the biggest thing. If you're not enjoying it, stop. Yeah, that's the aim of the game as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, I'm out of here, and I will see you guys in the next one, which is in a couple of days as well. Bye.